everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com. Unfortunately, Mr. James Shue is not here with me. Been a crazy week, but I'm still going to be reviewing 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, as I said last week, talking to James, I'd never seen the 2008 film Cloverfield, the found footage movie, until last night. I watched it for my 365-day movie challenge. If you haven't been keeping up with those, make sure to click the white eyes right about here. A bunch of links will drop down. You'll be able to watch it, and I'll be talking about my update. But I really enjoyed Cloverfield. I thought it was a very fun found footage film. Throws you right into the action. But as we can already see from the trailers of this movie, it's going to take a completely different route. If you read about this film or really read anything about this film, it quote-unquote takes place in the same universe, but it isn't really directly connected to Cloverfield. What I do know is that this film stars John Goodman, who is one of my favorite actors. I've always really had a great appreciation for him. In our review, if you go back and watch our review of Argo or Flight or The Artist, I think he is an actor that is so underappreciated, and he can execute roles so well. I've seen him play across the board. Villain, father obviously in Roseanne, funny guy in Flight. I mean he is just so good, and he has been able to really kind of come back into fame these past couple years. I mean, obviously he was known for doing Roseanne. He was in the Flintstones in the 90s, and then these past, I would say probably past 7 years, he's been really doing a lot of stuff that mostly has gotten him a lot of positive attention. Now, I'm hoping this movie's good. I haven't really watched the trailer. I mean, I've seen clips, I've seen things, but I haven't really focused on it and so know where this movie is going, but I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot of fun. The movie runs at about an hour and 45 minutes, so let's go check it out and see what happens. Alright, just got out of 10 Cloverfield Lane. Wow. So this movie, I think, is going to get a lot of audiences and fans from the original Cloverfield film, and they are all going to be really shocked in what they're going to see. I think the greatest thing about 10 Cloverfield Lane is it is not what you're expecting. The majority of the film focuses on 3 characters locked in a doomsday cellar. John Goodman, who definitely is the focus of this movie, is such the driving force, the heartbeat in this movie, as he can balance this protective, authoritative figure and downright terrifying monster. He is joined by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who plays kind of the ignorant girl who is just stuck in the situation, along with another character who is somewhat a little bit more informed. But it's basically about these 3 characters trying to figure out what is going on and why they're in this cellar. And I don't want to give away anything else. The movie does eventually take a turn, and to me the turn was kind of the lesser point of the movie. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was anything amazing. However, the journey, the hour and 20 minutes opposed to the last 20, I think are so strong and so thrilling. It is a movie that had me on the edge of my seat multiple times. I still think that Zootopia is probably my favorite movie of the year, but this is easily an equal competitor. I mean, this was such a great movie. And to be honest, the whole Cloverfield connection, I'll tell you right now, I don't think there's a strong one. I think that the whole same universe thing could work, but I actually see this movie more as they made it, and then they decided to attach the Cloverfield name to it later on to hopefully push sales. But I believe this movie is going to start a franchise. I believe it ends in a way where we could expect a sequel. However, I don't know how on board I'm going to be, because the thing that attracted me most in this movie probably won't be appearing in the other films. And that is the sense of the situation that we're stuck in. There is a lot of back and forth, a lot of characters you're not able to trust, you're not sure who to believe. It is a really kind of classic thriller that just really makes you feel confined and trapped. The feeling of dread falls over you. I mean, it is just an excellent thriller. Beyond all, I know a lot of people assuming this Cloverfield movie is about this alien monster, and that's not the case. This is technically not a sci-fi movie. This is just a simple thriller of trying to find out who to believe and who's telling the truth. Absolutely phenomenal. So far, definitely in one of my favorites of the year. I would say Zootopia and this have been right up there. I mean, wow. I'm excited to see what else is coming this year. Obviously, next week we have the continuation of the major movie, the Divergent series. We're going to Allegiant now. As most of you guys know, I've not been a fan of any of those really. James, on the other hand, really likes them. If you're interested in coming, let us know in the comment sections, and we'll make sure to reserve you a seat here at AMC Town Square. But other than that, guys, please go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. If you hated Cloverfield because it made you nauseous of the found footage, or you didn't like the alien monster thing, or you didn't like the fact that it was just a run 'em around, even though that was a part that I really enjoyed, crazy science fiction movie, go see 10 Cloverfield Lane, because there's nothing like that. If you're someone that likes classic, cinema, 90s thrillers, which are arguably some of the best thrillers of our time, come see this movie. I mean, this movie was just so well made, so stylish, so filled with great performances and a memorable direction that I just really hope you guys go see it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this week. Make sure to tune in next week as we review Divergent, the Divergent series Allegiant. So thank you so much, Mr. James Shue. Expect to see you next week, and that'll be it. See you guys later.